Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be reacting to, well, a video talking about the Streamer Awards. I heard it was a lot. I heard a lot of different things. I've seen a few clips around, but I'm hoping to get some clarification on it, right? So this is absolutely awful by Omni. I don't think he's talking about the Streamer Awards. I think he covers a bunch of different things. So this is just, anyway, let's jump into it.
Palate cleanser. I think we can go into a little bit more news for the unemployed before we start talking about literal unemployment, bro. Okay. Bernie Viper said the Streamer Award / VTuber of the Year. Okay. So if you guys didn't know, I think it was yesterday. What's today? Monday. I think it was yesterday, maybe day before, whatever. Over the weekend, the Streamer Awards was there, run by Cutie Cinderella. We've talked a little bit about like the pre-up of it, and I'm gonna be completely frank. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Please.
I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. Can we 1-to-1? Can we lock in for a second?
I would like that.
I don't think I care.
Wow.
I might be. I don't think I care. I'm curious about maybe some of the clips, maybe some of the big moments. But in terms of just like streamer drama, if it's not something substantial in terms of like impacting a whole bunch of people's lives, the tea for that is starting to get a little bit cold to me. I don't know. Maybe.
You know what? I respect it. I respect sometimes talking about something and you're like, I don't really care. Like like you're talking about it because it's like it's a thing, but like you don't really care. I kind of respect it. I respect being honest about that. It's like, yeah. The only reason I want to talk about it is because I heard some things. I don't know if this video covers it. I just heard and saw a couple clips that seemed a little, you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed a little, yeah. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's because I've been doing it for so long and now it's starting to get a little bit dry, but it feels like it's just circular in nature. It's the same song, same dance, just a different environment or a different routine. But you know what? You know what? Maybe I just don't know how deep this tea goes. So let's look into it, okay? So let's look at a few trending clips. Apparently this one was trending. This is India Love. She's a streamer. I don't know. Is she? I think she was originally a model, and she used to be on DDG. DDG is also a streamer as well for this year, and she's kind of been making her. Yeah, I would say she's a streamer. She's a public figure, and apparently she showed up, and this clip was playing, and I'm very curious. From what I understood, from some of the clips and tweets and things that people are saying, there's been a lot of critique about Cutie Cinderella, some of the jokes, okay? Apparently some of the jokes just didn't land or it didn't fly. A lot of people thought it was embarrassing. A lot of people thought it was rough. There seems to be a very strong like negative connotation online for what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing a lot of positives like this was absolutely amazing. But then again, like it's the internet. So for the most part, when it comes to the internet, a lot of feedback will be just negative and people love to dunk on stuff anyway. So you got to be careful with the information that you are seeing, whether or not it's just actual negativity or it is really bad. And since I didn't ingest it personally, I can't tell you personally. Maybe you can tell me. But yeah, well, let's look at the clip.
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt.
She's drunk immediately. Immediately, I know she's drunk. Immediately, I know she's drunk. She's drunk, so she shouldn't even be up here.
And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out boom, 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 boom.
Now Miss Love. Now Miss Love. Now why would you go and do that, Miss Love? Miss Love, why would you go and do that? Miss Love, why would you go? Rakai, he gonna be okay. He's 17. He gonna be cool. He got years ahead of him to win awards. He'll be all right. Why would you go and do that? How would you go and do? How old is she? How old is she? Ma'am, you are almost 30. You about to turn 30 next year. You about to turn 30 this year. Why would you? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Who told you? Who told you that was a good idea? Why would you? You obviously on the sauce. You obviously drunk, and you still went up and you did that? That's what you decided to do? No. Miss Love. No. No, Miss Love. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. Would you do that? Man, that made me so sad. That made me so sad.
Okay. Did she just pull a Kanye? Is that
Yes.
what the, oh my god.
That's exactly what she did.
She said breakout stream of the year went to Adapt. I think that's Phase, everything. But it should have went
Really, it's a little Kim, but we don't give her the credit we should. Anyway.
to Rakai or DDG. I mean, I'll say this. Number one, okay, this is something that brings more publicity to the event. Okay, y'all probably gonna remember it, but I don't know. Okay, I don't know about that. First of all, I don't think it should have been Rakai. Okay, that no, not Rakai, not Rakai. I can't for many reasons. Not Rakai. DDG also not DDG as well.
Yeah, I mean, I get that because to me, if you promote that, you are promoting. I get him being nominated because in terms of numbers, 100%. For him to win, that kind of the type of streaming he does to me is not. I don't know how do you say this? It's not. It's like nuisance streaming in a way. Like I guess he like yeah, no, it's nuisance streaming. It's he's acting obnoxious pretty much the entire time he's streaming. He's acting obnoxious, whether it's in his house to, whatever, or he's out in public. His job is to try and get a clip anywhere, no matter how he has to get that clip. And to me, that is detrimental, and it would set a precedent if he won breakout streamer for that. If you weren't one breakout streamer for it, then it was kind of send a message to all the smaller streamers, all the people coming up after him, especially if they're younger, or they're around his age or younger, where they're like, oh, you got to do this to really blow up. And so I've been watching like Adapt stuff. I appreciate his way more because it's just him. He's grinding. It's just him. He's hustling. You know what I'm saying? But he's also like not being like a nuisance to people. Like he went to like Africa recently and like learned about animal, and like that was like a big thing for him, which is crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Obviously he's part of FaZe, so he has like resources behind him. I mean, Rakai got Kais and that, so it's like they both got resources behind them. And I appreciate, maybe it's probably because I'm older. It's because I'm grown and Adept is also grown, so it's like, I appreciate his streaming a little bit more because it isn't like super obnoxious,
Also, good content creator, but breakout, I'm not sure. I wouldn't agree with it. But it's even about the ingredients. It's about the class.
Yes,
it's about the class, bro. Like to coming up in here and trying to deny somebody of the award that they just won while still here is wild. It's good for drama. It's good. People are going to eat this up. Nom, 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 nom. But I don't know. Not very classy, in my opinion. People are saying that after she did that, she got kicked out.
I did see that.
What in the world, bro? Okay, right. I mean, I don't even know if I believe that or not, but I mean, is what it is. Another thing that's coming viral when it comes to Cutie Cinderella too, as well in the Stream Awards, she being the host, is this tweet from Dexerto that said, Cutie Cinderella said that she would have been a quote unquote happier person if she never became a streamer. The biggest thing I wish I could do if I went back and was able to whisper in my ear, I would say, don't do it via the BBC. And I think she got absolutely freaking dunked. Like, donked on for this, bro.
Of course she did.
She's been in the headlines for a lot.
Of course she got dumped on for this, man. She had an opinion, bro. You can't talk from a place of privilege. You can't do that. You can't talk from a place of privilege and talk about your struggles in that place of privilege. You can't do that. If you are in a place of privilege, no matter if it's a difficult place of privilege or if it is, you have more responsibilities, and so then the burden it weighs different, and you're wondering to yourself, was it all worth it? You don't get to complain about that. No, you don't get to complain about that, because people who are envious of where you are want to be where you're at, even though they have no idea what it takes to be there, and they don't know what you have to deal with to be there. They want to be where you're at, and so you complaining about it almost invalidates where they're at, because they're like, well, I'm striving to be where you are, so why would you feel bad being where you are? That's where I'm trying to be. You're a millionaire. I'm trying to be a millionaire. So why would you ever complain about that? And it's like, hey man, you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she's thinking, for all the money that she's probably getting, all the fame, all the whatever notoriety, it wasn't worth her peace of mind. Maybe she's thinking, hey, I could have gotten a regular job, worked, been a regular person, and I would have been happier. I don't know, man. I don't know what she's thinking, but like, hey, people going dump on her for that. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of reasons, mainly because she's been like crying or stressed or apologizing, right? That's the only reasons why she's been popping up for some reason. Now she's popping up for the Streamer Awards, but before that said, hey, I'm sorry, then quit. I've been trying for 10 plus years to be a CC. You can stand on stage, fat shame, get away with it, just to complain. Oh, don't piss me off.
I'm not gonna lie, and this might sound harsh. You might not be you might not be made for it then. If you've been trying 10 plus years, and then you see someone complain and you're like, oh, well, I've been trying 10 plus years. It's like, if that's your first reaction to that, it's not even the 10 plus year thing, because someone can pop off at any point. So it's not even that, but it's like, it's the 10 plus years of you trying to be a content creator and you have no empathy for it. Is like, then if you do blow, I don't expect any empathy from anybody else. That's how I feel. It's like, if you're actively trying to be in that, and someone in that field is telling you, hey, it's the grass isn't as green as you think. Just be careful about, hey, coming over here, because there's things you're gonna have to give up. There's things you gotta have to be comfortable with that maybe you're not comfortable with, or there's pros and cons to everything.
A lot of people pissed off. Another tweet, someone here saying they always say this after they are millionaires, right? More people saying unemployed people, when they realize they have to eat breakfast and play video games tomorrow. She could quit today and would be forgotten within 6 months. Being emotionally manipulated by a streamer is next level simpology. I think as a content creator myself, okay, as somebody who can give a little bit of introspective on this and not taking like Cutie Center as well as side on that, I think there are pros and cons to everything you do in life, right? And then, well, not everything. There are certain things that are probably just straight up pros. Like if you drink water, you will, I don't know. Let's not get into logistics.
That's a classic overthinker right there. He just going, okay, he went dove deep in. He said, well, well, this pros and cons. Well, maybe. Classic overthinker. Hey, bro, I relate. I understand.
The point is that there's pros and cons to like some of the choices that you make. And one of the cons, I would say, when it comes to being a streamer is that you put yourself in display for other people to view. And it can mess with your brain. It can mess with your mind. I highly recommend that anybody being a content creator or a streamer to get therapy, because the long-term effects of being on the internet just by itself, just being like literally on the internet, brain rotted, that already has some bad effects. But add to the fact that everybody's looking at you. Also add to the fact that everybody's talking shit about you. Also add to the fact that you got parasocial things going on. There's a lot of negativity that comes with that can weigh on a person, right? Mm-hmm. Also, I would like to say as well is that a lot of people like to correlate like happiness with money. Okay. And I do think that is also a fundamental flaw. That's why you have millionaires and people with a lot of money killing themselves. Okay. Just because you got a lot of money doesn't make you happy. It means you survive. I won't be the person that says money doesn't buy happiness. I won't, because I believe it does.
I will. I think money will always be a tool. It relieves a lot of the day-to-day stress. But if you're listen, I'll put it like this. How about this? Let's make it real simple. If you struggle with depression, there's no amount of money that's gonna make that go away, right? Now, the money will help maybe buy meds to help fight that depression. But there's something core that's like you're dealing with, right? Like that's something that's like inside. Like there's nothing like money can you can throw money at it all you want, but it's not gonna do anything. That's how I feel. It's money is a tool to help alleviate the day to day. And when you're not stressed about bills, when you're not stressed about rent, when you're not stressed about sending your kids to college or all that stuff, the food on the table, the lights turning off, the heat staying on, like when you're not stressed about all that, yes, you're gonna be. It is such a weight off your shoulder. Just whew, that money will help give you that relief for sure. When you don't, when you feel lost and feel like you have no purpose in life and you're just existing, and there's really no point of you being alive, but you have money, it's like you're not happy at that point, because you're like, what's the point? I have all this money, but who cares, and so it's a lot of people kind of struggle with that, where I would say purpose is more important than money. If you have a purpose and you work towards a goal, then you see money just as a tool. And if you make a lot of it, then you can put that money towards your purpose or whatever that purpose is. And I think a lot of people need to focus more on finding purpose and using money as a tool than using money as that purpose, because you're throwing money into a sinkhole. It's bottomless. It's a bottomless pit. It will never fill up. You'll never be satisfied.
If money don't buy happiness for you, it's because either A, you don't know how to spend it, or B, you forgot what it is to be broke. Okay, I think that's where I stand on that. But as I've gotten older and matured and become a content creator, I think what people start to think is like there might have been a simpler path going to life, that maybe it might lead to less money for some people. And maybe there becomes a time and place where some people realize that more is not always more. Like sometimes less is more. But they're already there. They're already in the place. And then the thing is that I think there are people who are trying to strive to be there that don't understand all of the ins and outs, that can't relate because they're not there yet. And then once they do get there, they might be like, oh, I can see why this job or this position can lead you to be unhappy. With that said, because I know it sounds like I'm just like defending Cutie Turtle, I'm doing this thing. It's called practicing empathy, right? I
Trigger word.
do think that it's important to take a step back and recognize the position that you're in. All right, look at the world. Look at the United States. Look at the economy, okay? You're well off. You're not worrying about the economy. You're not worried about if you can buy groceries. You're not worried if you can afford health insurance. Like, there's got to be a level of gratitude that I think maybe Cutie Cinderella would benefit from. I'm not assuming that she's saying that she hasn't, but when you look at your life and you recognize how comfortable you are, what you've obtained, and then you say that you're not happy, then I think it's a kind of an understanding of maybe practicing gratitude, and think about, you could be way more unhappy and it would be some things that you just don't have under your control. Again,
I mean, I think I agree with that. I think I agree with like reading the room, like, with a lot of people losing their job and the unemployment rate rising and the economy going down and all that stuff. I think hearing a millionaire, a multimillionaire, tell you all that I'm unhappy because, the job that helped me pay for my lifestyle is stressful, you kind of be like, all right, shut up. Like, who cares? Like I can definitely relate to that. I can definitely understand that point. Read the room maybe a little bit better. I don't know though. Like, I feel like So like, does that mean then she should wait until the economy's good before she could complain? Like, is or maybe state that she's like unhappy? Like, does she have to wait for that? Is that something she has to wait for before she's able? It's like, hey, just wait for the economy to level out, go up a little bit, wait for the employment rate to go down a little bit, and then you can say, you can say that you're unhappy. But it's like I get it. I understand from the outside looking in. You're like, why? Like, why would she like? Hey, read the room. Why would you say that? But it's like, I don't know. For me, it's also like her being unhappy. Don't put like, or her complaining about it. Don't take food off my table. Like, if I'm unemployed, I'm still unemployed when she say this. Like, that, it doesn't change anything. Like, if I'm hungry and I hear her say, "Oh, I'm unhappy," guess what? I'm still hungry. So I still got to figure out the day to day of me eating. And so whether some rich person is saying like this or that, I still got to figure out what I'm going to do. And unless you actually, Reese, don't go. I'm not gonna say that. That actually would have gotten me in trouble. No. So like, unless you can somehow flip them being unhappy into you eating, like it has no effect on you. So I don't like. I'm the type of dude. I don't even, if I don't like a video, I don't even press the dislike button. I just don't click on the. I just don't go to the person's channel ever again. Like, I don't comment negative. Like, that to me, like these people, like, I ain't gonna lie. To me, Twitter is a fantasy land. It is a dream land, a nightmare land. Really, to me, is because people just get off some of the craziest takes, some of the craziest opinions for no reason. Like, people don't think about discretion no more. People don't think about just, hey, keeping an opinion to yourself. You have to have an opinion about literally everything, and if you don't, then you are X, Y, and Z. What enter what here? You don't got an opinion on Palestine. You're hey, bro. You don't got an opinion on Trump or the whatever political party that you're a. Hey, you don't got an opinion on Charlie Kirk. You don't got an opinion on Black Lives Matter. You don't got an opinion on enter whatever here. Then you're up. Hey, it's like, who got so much time to care about all this stuff? I don't. I don't have, like, I don't, bro. I don't have the bandwidth to care about all this stuff, but like, people really do. They share it, every thought, every opinion about it on Twitter. To me, that's insane.
A lot of people saying that Kitty Cinderella has the ability to quit, which is absolutely correct, right? She can say, I'm not happy. I don't want to stream anymore, and stop. But if she does, then the money train stops coming, and then suddenly other things that can potentially make her unhappy start to come into place. And I think that's probably a lot of people's grievances, is I would say is maybe not being able to potentially here in this position take a step back and appreciate what you have, but instead complain about being in such a privileged place. Does that make sense? I know it's more nuanced than that. I can have a conversation about these type of subjects, but yeah, that's Cutie Cinderella. That's the whole tweet that's happening right here. Let me know you guys. That's a very, very good topic to talk about, especially with me being in both places, right? I see both sides here, and yeah, I'm very curious. So here's another clip. This one is Fan. I believe she's like the host. She goes around like the Emmys and the Oscars, and usually probably makes fun of people, like Trevor Noah, all those guys, and that's the shtick. It's trying to emulate the Oscars and the Emmys, okay? And also another thing to...
That's probably actually what he just said. Emily, the Emmys and the Oscars is probably the issue, because those are dying shows. People aren't watching the Emmys. People aren't watching the Oscars. So I don't know if using them as a template is the best idea.
Important to note here as well that I believe that a lot of this is like community voted. So like when people feel like maybe say their favorite person didn't get voted, there might be a good chance that their fans also didn't show up to vote. So some people feeling it's rigged. Some people feeling like Cutie Cinderella, they're playing favorites. I don't know. Probably. Probably, but
Facts.
I don't know.
Achievements. We've got another record breaker here tonight too. Kai Cenat.
Gang, gang.
This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and
Tough, man. That's tough. That's a tough joke. That's wow. That didn't hit at all. that joke didn't hit like for a second. It did. Oof. Oh wow. That hurt. Oof. Okay, I didn't know it was gonna be this cringy. I'm rethinking my life. I'm sorry. I have a really low threshold for cringe. This is okay. All right, let's see. Please tell me that she's done.
and also,
Haircut, most expensive haircut because he cut off his dreads. But what do you mean the least educational university?
Streamer
What do you mean by
University. Is she talking about Streamer University?
What you mean by that? I know what you're thinking. Racism? Is it? Not everything's about racism. But because if I remember, Streamer University wasn't about not being educational. It was about teaching people how to stream, right? That was the least educational. You know, the rule of the jokes. Let me tell you guys about being comedy. I'm sure you guys don't need to explain it, but some of you might. The rule of comedy is this, okay? If you tell a joke, specifically a racist joke, or any kind of joke, right? Misogynist, whatever. If you tell the joke and people laugh, you have succeeded. All right. If I say it, if I make a misogynistic joke about women and more than 95% of people laugh, success. All right.
You did good.
But if nobody laughs, then it's no longer a joke. Like, that's the scary part about a joke. The scary thing about jokes is that it's only it's dependent on the laughter. You could argue that not laughing at a joke still makes it a joke, and some people will find laugh. But if nobody laughs, right, then the joke doesn't land. And if the joke doesn't land, then it just comes off as, well, misogynistic, bruh. You know, so, you know, I can say anything is a joke.
You have to be funny. It's as simple as point is like you can say whatever you want, but if you're not funny enough, you're cooked. If the joke doesn't land, you're cooked. If you aren't a master at landing that type of joke or knowing how to tell that joke so it will land, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're so like it's those type of jokes take such a you're walking on a razor's edge, so you need to be on point. You need to be very skilled, and you can tell she's not very skilled. It don't mean like in her stream or whatever she's not funny. It don't mean none of that. It's just that type of joke takes a certain type of delivery, a certain type of setup, a certain type of punchline for it to really hit. And it didn't. It didn't.
And just say it's a joke to kind of get away with it, but it could just be a statement. So anyway, I kind of feel you on that. That didn't land.
congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Oh, it's still going. Why is it still going? Why is it still going? Why is it still going? Ooh. Ooh. It's still going. Why is it still going? I don't want it to. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Oh, the clip.
Oh. I'm never doing stand up. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do it. Actually, I'd probably be good at stand up, to be honest. So here's the thing: when you tell a joke,
Nope.
it's so important. When you just read, or you, and you're not, it's not, the delivery was absolutely freaking horrible, right? Here's what I think. If you're going to tell a joke, especially ones that are in poor taste or bad taste, risky ones, right? You better stand on 10 toes. You gotta lean into it. If you tell the joke and go, "Ooh, I just told a bad joke," and then it loses all of its energy. I would prefer a person who tells a very bad joke and leans in on it, and like, as opposed to kind of like laughing at themselves, than a person who tells a bad joke and tries to go, yeah, that one was bad. It wasn't. You gotta teach people. You need somebody up here that's a good comedian. Yeah, you need someone who's practiced at it, because this is rough. It's almost like telling a joke and then cringing at your own joke, which makes it even worse. Ugh, you feel that feeling in your chest. It's cringe. Anyway, a lot of people make jokes about Kai Cenat looking like Diddy. I think those jokes were funny. Right? It's like the memes. Memes are just good. Memes are a great way of comedy, right?
Yes.
I laugh at a lot of shit and a lot of memes that are very bad. Very bad. They can make jokes about World War III. I'm like, damn. But then I might laugh because it's really funny. That's how you deliver it. There's an art to it as well. And there's good memes and there's bad memes. There's good jokes and there's bad jokes. I think the joke could have landed if it was told better, but it did not. And now, ooh, I'm cringing with her.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this shit on. Turn this shit on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Here. Do you want to do a joke?
This hurts the chest. Did y'all watch it? Oh, this hurts the chest. You know what they're trying? They're trying. I have to think that you guys are feeling what I'm feeling right now. That the secondhand embarrassment, bro, from something that happened in the past. Oh, like this. Someone said W. Tylil butt, right? Right, and it's got them showing that. So like, you can do it in the meme and it's funny. I don't feel any cringe from this, right? I'm like, yeah, they got some similarities.
Yeah.
You can make some jokes. But oh man. Did you guys watch that documentary, by the way? I need to pause this. Good Lord. Did you guys watch the documentary? I didn't watch it, but I heard it was absolutely wild. All right, one more clip, okay? This is Kai Cenat and accepting his award, bro. Man's got the mustache. I like it. Ever since Mafia-thon, Kai Cenat, I believe, has been taking some time off. He's been hanging out with his girl. He's been traveling. He's been resting. I love that for him, okay? Because the Mafia-thon was a full-on subathon that happened, I think, 3 months ago, I want to say at this point. And I'm sure that had Kevin Hart, had Drewski, had everybody you can think of. I'm sure it probably was exhausting 1 month. So Mans is getting some much needed rest and R&R, rest and relaxation. But here's him accepting an award right now. And here's what he had to say.
I appreciate everybody who decided to vote for me for this award. One thing I wanted to say to you guys tonight is, I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health.
Thank you, bro.
I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone.
Good choices.
And I just been able to, find happiness within that. But yeah, as for the word of collab, I want to preach to everybody, within our community, us collabing is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So collaboration is everything. And I know this year has been very difficult.
Bro, he just looked like a grown man at this point, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I remember seeing him at the end of, Subathon. He was grown then, right? But there's like a, I don't know, an air of maturity. It seemed like around him, this was a really much needed break. It looks like he's been able to take account of the things he's been through and wherever he wants to go. It feels the energy feels different around. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Difficult on the fan bases, the communities, and
Yeah, that's the speech. I want to play too much for copyright purposes. Yeah, I should watch the full thing on the Streamer Awards. It's on YouTube as well. But yes, Kai Cenat spitting game. Congratulations to him, and also congratulations to my homie I Show Speed. I think I Show Speed got Streamer of the Year back to back. My man has been out here traveling the freaking world. Literally went on a world tour, bro. It was absolutely insane. Went to every single country that you can think of. And then he traveled the United States. And he's just out there. Speed's movement is crazy. Okay, the movement that Speed has is absolutely insane. I don't think I've seen that kind of movement, whatever. Mad respect to Kai. But what Speed is out there doing in terms of streaming is unmatched. I think it's unparalleled at this point, and it speaks to the consistency of that because he is also Streamer of the Year too.
Can I say something? This might be controversial. This might be controversial. I think Speed is getting to that point in terms of streaming, like he's like the streaming Michael Jackson. I know. Yes, I know who Michael Jackson is. Yes, I know I understand. Yes, I understand all of that. I'm just saying though, like the way he's been able to market himself, the way he's been able to go all over the world, and like he's got people all around the world knowing his name. Like where people in like a small village that got a radio would know Michael Jackson is like, it's like that with Speed at this point. He can go literally anywhere in the world and people are gonna recognize him. I'm saying Kai is obviously famous. He's obviously famous. He's obviously big. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a big name around the world. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him. All I'm saying is, I think Speed might be the streamer Michael Jackson. I don't know, bro. That I might be wrong. Hey, we'll see in a few years, but I might be wrong. But I don't know.
Times a year. No disrespect to the other streamers, none whatsoever. But
no
to see this man make a worldwide like push and movement, like to be known in China as a black dude, fucking crazy, right? The only way you know that is if you like star in a movie or something like that. So that's incredible. So, but yes, congratulations, Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, and to all the other winners of the Streamer Award. Last but not least, we gotta talk about the actual best VTuber because this one is actually getting a lot of publicity here, saying best VTuber. When you think about VTuber, right? You think of
I do want to say this is the part I probably don't care. I've never watched a VTuber a day in my life, so I truly don't know any of the lore behind this. I don't know. I heard people are upset. I have no idea why people are upset.
a cute little like onigai, huh? Nani deski, kokomi, you know, like all the VTuber girls who walk around and got the jiggly brrrms, you know, and stuff like that. That's what you think of when you think of VTubers, because that's literally 99% of the ones that are being watched. Except apparently, and I didn't even know this person existed. The best VTuber went to a person by the name of the Burnt Peanut. What do you mean? What do you mean that there is a VTuber that is called Burnt Peanut? It is literally an image of a burnt peanut. I've never seen this. I've never heard of it. I absolutely love it. I love that we're finding out about this through the freaking award. But yeah, kind of curious to see him in like motion. So I found a clip on his actual Twitter page.
Jellyfish Jam! Oh, then. Don't kill him just yet. I want to listen to the Jellyfish Jam to completion. And I'm not talking about the song. Play the Jellyfish Jam right now, or I will send you into the Shadow Realms!
Oh my gosh.
You better start that thing back up! Start the Jellyfish Jam, bastard!
Oh
okay.
God.
Funny.
I mean, funny. It's funny. It's funny.
Guy. Funny. I like it. I like it. Is he wearing the SpongeBob outfit too as well? I like it. This is the Krabby Patty. I like it. It's an interesting take on VTubing, right? Because VTubing has always been synonymous, like I just said, with like, you know,
Anime type characters.
Japanese, animated, girl with big boobs. That's always been the correlation. There's a lot of people who've stepped out of that. Like you can learn, like there's like Code Miko that do like more like VR type stuff. There are people who've been dancing around it, but that is the one that gets the Gooners, okay? If you guys don't know the law of the land when it comes to a lot of content creation or a lot of spaces, you're trying to appeal to the biggest demographic, and Gooners is a very large demographic with a lot of money to spend. Okay, it's a vice, kind of like gambling. And then there's gooning. So yeah, the fact that he won best VTuber as Peanut, that's pretty incredible. This tweet went viral. You guys don't know Iron Mouse, Mousy, okay, the homie, the one and only, saying me cringing at all the people mad that Peanut won. Every VTuber in that category deserved to be there. Iron Mouse being a previous winner of the VTuber Awards. I believe she might have won VTuber the award once or twice or so, but she's one of the biggest and best that's done it. And then someone quote retweeted and said, hey, I'll dare to say it. If Iron Mouse wasn't seriously ill, she'd be an average flesh streamer and hate VTubers. What? Oh my God. What an absolutely nasty and terrible thing to say to somebody. Like, what?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That's crazy. This is the exact example. This is the exact example of what I said. People on Twitter will just say whatever and they don't need to. Who told bro that was necessary to say? You could have kept that in the drafts. You could have kept that in the drafts.
That's the only reason she is one is because that's what her life circumstances forced her to be. How else should I interpret her choosing to spit on the medium whenever possible? Oh my God. That is absolutely disgusting to say. If you guys never watched an Iron Mouse stream, by the way, a lot of you guys probably would never even know that she has an illness because she's literally just that funny and entertaining, okay? She can sing, she makes really good jokes, her voice is pretty funny, her gaming, her commentary, she's a talented individual. And the fact that this person would box Iron Mouse into the idea of just being ill and that's the reason why, like, that's disgusting. This is the second most disgusting thing I've heard outside of the whole thing with low tier guy. Like what in the actual hell? And then C-Dog in reply saying this is such a deranged way to view the world. Log off. It's effing VTuber award. You even have Asmongold in here. No. Shit talking, inventing fan fiction to justify hitting someone who took an award from his favorite waifu. Get some help. Bro,
Facts,
if you got Asmongold against you, you're cooked. You're cooked. When you look, Asmongold is known for having the takes that a lot of people that are really unpopular, really some problem at all. But the way that he talks is almost as if he is like he probably supports Asmongold. And if you got Asmongold being like, yeah, nah, bro, get some help, then that means you are far gone. That means you are super ooper duper cooked. Absolutely nasty, absolutely disgusting. Okay, but that's the Stream Awards in the nutshell. Actually, pretty interesting to dive into. You know what I think I do sometimes is that I think that things might.
Well, yeah, guys, that seems like a good place to stop. I did not know that a stream, the VTuber award would have been that deep. That was crazy, son. That was insane. That was disgusting. But anyway, guys, hey, comment down below what you guys think about the video. Comment, anything about to do with the Streamer Awards. Was it good? Was it bad? I'm not gonna watch it. I just heard, certain things, but I'm not gonna watch all the things. You know what I'm saying? So let me know in the comment down below, and that's really it. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Don't stress. And I'll see y'all in the next. Peace.
Dangerous game. Just a moment with the wrong thought. Here comes the downfall like a flood, like a flood.